okay, I think it's about time to do another update on Remotasks. I mean, you see the title of this video. It's the Wild West of side hustles. First of all, I'm Road to Retire. If you're new to the channel, I discuss side hustles, what I'm doing for side hustles. I try to do reviews if I do any new ones, and I'm trying to retire early. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory, but I've been doing Remotasks now for about 6 weeks. I started around March 8th, March 9th, one of those days. And as you can see here, all-time earnings, $1,000, 21 bucks. So over $1,000 in 6 weeks for a side hustle. That's pretty darn good. And here's the Wild West part of it, because it looks like I just found a nugget of gold on my property. Because man, if I could get $1,000 a month or $1,000 every 6 weeks, why would I want to do any other side hustle? And that's truly how I felt about Remotasks. But there is some weird stuff on this website. I mean, if you've signed up to Remotasks, you kind of get what I'm saying. Either the bonuses aren't paying out correctly or the tasks are empty. Let me just show you instead of just yapping my gills here. So here we are at the dashboard, right? Look up here on active projects. Okay, these are projects that I can currently work on. You have Nightingale Open QA, Flamingo Approach to Binary version 4, Nightingale Closed, Nightingale Generation, and Flamingo Approach to version 3. So I have plenty of tasks that I should be working on right now. And if I hit start tasking, there is, as the going to the Xbox 360 reference, this is the red ring of death, because as soon as you see this on a side hustle, your task queue is empty. Try refreshing or go back to the dashboard, and then you see I keep refreshing here and nothing's happening. Nobody wants that for a side hustle site. The second you see that the tasks run out or it's dry, it almost feels like it's a contract or a temporary thing and that it's not going to last in the future. Now, the question is, in my 6 weeks of doing this, has this happened before? Only around 3 times, just being honest. And being super honest, it was only for about 6 hours, and then I would refresh again and I would just magically have tasks and they wouldn't run out either. So, point being, if you're going to sign up for Remotasks, don't expect consistent work. And I know that I did this on my 1 month review, but like, you know, I really wanted to grind today because after work, it's cold out where I live right now, and it's like I didn't feel like going for my walk, and it's just like I just wanted to sit here and grind out. And it looks like I'm not going to be able to do anything. You can see I have a Mechanical Turk task tab open there, so I'm going to have to do some of that. But you know, that doesn't pay nearly as well as what Remotasks is. So here's the Wild West. I go out looking for gold and I find absolutely nothing. Let's get further into it though. So as you can see on the left hand side here, what I try to do, at least with the closed QA, being a reviewer, is if you do 24 tasks here, as you can see here, if you do at least 24 tasks in the time period, which is from 8 p.m. one day to 8 p.m. the next day. So if you're able to do essentially 1 task an hour is what that amounts to, which obviously no one's working at 2 a.m. or whatever. But if you're able to do 24 tasks during that time period, you get a $15 bonus. And you can see they were paying out very consistently. 28, 28, $15, $15, $15 bonus. And then here's this one, and it says task submit at 15 out of 24. And you're thinking, okay, well then you just didn't do enough tasks, dumbass. Why don't you do the amount of tasks and you get to 24 and you get the bonus? Well, here's the problem. I did way more than 24. So here's April 17th in my Nightingale closed Q&A, and oh, look at that task. I did 28. So maybe not way more than 24, but I definitely did more than 24. So why is it only calculating 15? I did all of them before like noon that day. So it had nothing to do with the timing of it or anything, you know, trying to beat that 8 o'clock deadline. I did 28 and the bonus hasn't paid out, and I've laid off, that's not the right word. I've sent off like 3 messages to the Slack channel to the admin saying, hey, like it didn't get paid, didn't get paid, didn't get paid. And, you know, I've heard absolutely nothing, no responses. And I saw a couple other people had the same problem, and one person agreed with me saying same. So will that get fixed? I don't know. If you watched my last video the 1 month review of Remotasks, I mentioned that there was a payment issue, that I was doing work and wasn't getting paid for it. That finally got resolved. I believe it was yesterday, the 17th. It was either 16th or 17th. That finally got resolved. I did 13 tasks and got paid 24 bucks for it. So monetary wise, I think that's fair. I think it's fine for the payment. But, you know, it did take a solid like 15 days to get paid out. Apparently it was a system bug, so they had to pay out everything manually, and that's why it was so slow. But still, I mean, it's concerning. I mean, at least they did fix the problem. But the thing is, when I first started this in early March, you know, I had issues like bonus payment issues or whatever, and I would message the Slack channel and they would solve the problem with, no lie, like within a half hour. And they'd be like, okay, here you go. Here's manual bonus. Sorry about that. And you're good to go. Now it's like there's so many messages coming to Slack and the admins are just ignoring it. So look, I've said this before and I said it again. Remotask is like the Wild West of side hustles. You don't know what you're going to get. You could find a big pot of gold, you know, taken in those coal mines or whatever, but otherwise you could make absolutely nothing. So do not depend on this for a side hustle. It can be very great, can be very lucrative, but at the same time, if you're dependent on it, it's not going to happen. You can ask anyone you want to try and get you into certain projects or switch me or put me in a different project or whatever. I've seen so many people on my comments saying, you know, you should do Alpaca or you should do 3D. I have no control over that. Nobody has any control over that. You can ask to be put in certain projects, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen. So we'll see. I mean, obviously I'm going to stay on the site. There's great referral rewards. I'll leave my link down below. And you do have the potential to like make a good amount of money. I mean, $1,000 in 6 weeks for working anywhere from 45 minutes to 90 minutes a day. I mean, I think that's pretty awesome. So it can pay well, but again, bonuses were a big part of that. And if the bonuses aren't paying out, all of a sudden, now you're starting to get to like $9 an hour range, which, you know, depending on how long you want to work on this or how much money you need to make for something, it might not be worth it. So yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update on Remotasks. I mean, for that first month that I've been doing it, from like March 8th to 9th to like April 8th or 9th, like it was above and beyond the greatest site that I've ever done for side hustles. It was paying out so well. And now it's just, oh man, it sucks that it's getting a little less reliable. But hey, we'll see what happens. I'll keep everyone updated on this channel. So if you like Remotask or you want to see more Remotask content, be sure to subscribe, because I'm going to keep content rolling on it. And yeah, like the video if it helped out at all, and I'll see everyone in the next video.